let's get started. So this tutorial will help you to install CentOS on your VirtualBox and also install all the necessary dependencies. And the target state is to having your CentOS install a Docker C and also Docker Compose. So let's kick started. So if you have a new virtual machine, you shouldn't see this one running. I have some mini cubes running because I was doing some Kubernetes stuff, but that's okay if you don't see this. So let's hit a new and name. Let's just give a data eng or whatever the name you prefer. For the memory, let's give depends on the memories you have on your local computer. So recommend to have 5 to 6 gigabytes. So let's just put 5,000 in here and hit continue. Let's create a virtual hard disk for now. So let's using VirtualBox disk image, and let's pick fixed size rather than dynamic allocate because you don't want your disk to grow without your awareness, because this may grow out of your existing hard disk, and you may actually having issues to collect the storage back. So let's just put a fixed size in here. So let's put 35 or 40, depends on how much you have. So I'm just gonna put 40 in here. Let's hit create. It's gonna take 40 seconds to create. That's fine. Let's wait a little bit in here. All right, that's done. So let's hit create. Okay, there you go. So before we really install the image, let's do some monitoring kind of settings first. So let's make sure that you select the data eng kind of image and then hit settings. So the first thing we're going to do is when you click it on advanced, make sure that under the shared clipboard you you select the bidirectional. This is making sure that when you copy paste from host to your virtual box image or from the VirtualBox image to host, this will basically enable the copy and paste. So drag and drop, you can optionally select bidirectional. So this is allow you copy files from both VirtualBox CentOS image to the host, or from from your local host to the CentOS image. So let's hit OK in here. Oops, we're not done yet. So click the setting again and hit on the system, making sure that within the pointing device you select the USB tablets. The reason for this is that you want your pointer to be showing under your virtual disk image. Within your CentOS image. So let's make sure this is selected, and then uncheck the floppy disk under the boot order. We don't have any floppy to boot your devices. So make sure that's being selected, and that should be it. So let's hit OK in here, and let's click Start. So the first time when you hit Start, it's gonna prompting you for which image you're gonna using to boot from. So for the ISO image we downloaded earlier, I'm gonna put a link below the video to show you where to download the centos7 disk image. But let's hit the little folder in here, and I have this centos7 image being downloaded ahead of time. So it's quite big, so please download it ahead of time. So click on the centos7 ISO image and hit start. All right. So let's hit install. Make sure you're selecting the install centos7 and hit enter. So this is gonna start booting your image with this ISO image. Okay, so now we're in this page. So what we're going to do in here is depends on the language, but let's just pick on English. That's the languages we're going to use to have this tutorial. So let's hit continue. And this page, let's be carefully with what we're selecting here. So first, when you see the installation destination, this is the hard disk or the volume we're trying to mount to this image. So let's click on this and making sure that this is being selected. You see the little check mark in here. That means this particular devices has been selected to mount it to your running instance. So let's hit done in here. You should see this part is being taken care of. Now, let's go to the software selection. So what we want to do is to do the server with GUI. So GUI stands for Greater User Interface. So what we want to do is we want to have a kind of like your Windows or your Mac environment, so that you have something that can click around with. So let's hit the server with GUI and making sure that you click on the development tools. So some of the tools we want to pre-install first. And rather than that, I think we pretty much all set. So, maybe click on the Java platform as well. So we do want a Java to be installed. Let's see what else. Yeah, I guess that's much it. Okay, let's hit on done in here. It's gonna take a little while to install the software. So let's wait probably like a couple minutes or ish before we move on. Just take really long to install the dependencies. Okay, so we're gonna take a quick pause in here until this finish, and let's upload the second part of this tutorial after this finish. Okay.